it. And I think that's awesome.
I think it is awesome, too. Thank you very much for calling. Let me go ahead and get to you. Harry, let me go full screen here. Stand by. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Is your Tampa Bay Buccaneers go 60 yards in 35 seconds to defeat the LA Rams 16-13. How do we start off the evolution? Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. And the majority of the game was nonsense offensively. Not the prettiest game. Not by any means. A lot of things to pick apart. A lot of stupid penalties. The defense giving up another big play to Cooper Kupp. But a win is a win. And this win, ladies and gentlemen, may have saved the Bucs season.
How about them Bucs, baby?
And this history goes all the way back. And I'm going to tell you how far it goes back with watching this team for as long as I have all these years. This goes back to 1979. Yeah, I was 1 year old. Bucs lose 9-0 in the NFC Championship game. Always get told this story by my mother. Football runs in this family. It does. Make no mistake about it. I think the Bucs fan base should probably hate the Rams as much as they hate the Saints or more. You've got 79, you've got 99, you've got the last couple years. But we heard throughout the season, unfinished business, because it goes back to the divisional playoff game last year, where the Bucs lose 30-27. And they could have easily lost this game today with Scotty Miller. But somehow, some way, Tom Brady, which, by the way, 55 career winning drives in the fourth quarter, surpassing who? Peyton Manning. Also over 100,000 passing yards in his NFL career. Tremendous. Cade Otton with the honors, his first NFL touchdown. You don't think this win means something? I get it, the Rams are not the best team in the world. But the Rams have had the Bucs number in history. 79, 99, the last couple years. So how sweet is it for the Bucs to pull off that win? How sweet is it? Can you hear my mom in the background? Can you hear the family in the background? Again, not the prettiest effort, but it may have saved the season. So I want to hear from you, Bucs fans. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to these comments as the offense has had their troubles. But I would give a memo to Byron Leftwich. Can we run the 2-minute offense? Can we show that we have some damn urgency for the first 3 quarters of the game? Can we not just depend on Tom Brady to bail this team out? By the way, even though Miller has a drop in the end zone, which is critical, which you heard on the whole game, how many critical penalties and how many critical drops, I believe 6 or 7 drops today, but still, they find a way to win. Scotty Miller redeems himself with a couple catches in that last drive. And once again, Cade Otton catches his first touchdown in his NFL career. So no crickets tonight. I know you got your complaints, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a winner. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. You know, everybody always says, I hate the Saints. I hate the Rams. That 99 game still bugs me. That 79 game still bugs me, and I was 1 year old. So a great win today by your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as I'm passionate. Call me whatever you want to, but call me a winner. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Gosh, I hate watching the crappy Bucs win. Well, too damn bad. Too damn bad. Troy Polamalu, you troll. All right, so let's go out to Troy again. These games are so rigged for Brady to come back and win in the last minute. No, that's called skill. That's called a guy who's not done, who can still make the throws. It's amazing when you have urgency to your offense, what you can take care of, what you can get done. Right? Because this running game stinks. And running on first down, that stuff needs to go by the wayside. Period. Let's go on to Roger Shoe. Bucs lost my weekend. Damn, Bucs luckiest team in the NFL. Kyle, it was pretty. It wasn't pretty, but we shall take the win and hopefully take this momentum into the Seattle game. I tell you what, let's go out to the phone lines. We'll read the rest of these comments in just a little bit. Let's go out to Mr. Ed. By the way, stars are available on Facebook. Get them up there. Let's go. Let's get the stars up. Bucs are 4-5. Ed, go.
I'm not sure what you mean by stars, but anyways, the Bucs are 4-5. I'm really happy. I'm really ecstatic about it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna have to learn to play better.
Well, I agree. They have to have 4 quarters of football, but at the end of the day, and I don't know why this team can't have the urgency. I don't know why it's so conservative. And again, I go back to coaching. They're missing something. But at the end of the day, you have to love the effort to go 60 yards in 35 seconds, to not give up. Because we have seen this team be snake bitten by the LA Rams, by the St. Louis Rams. I hate the Rams.
Yeah, I hate the Rams too. You know, what makes it even sweeter is we got to win on a team that we've had a hard time beating for the past 3 or 4 years. So, you know, they knocked us out of the playoffs. And actually, you know, I was waiting for that to happen this time, even after we scored the go-ahead touchdown to get ahead with 10 seconds left. I'm like, this reminds me too much of the last time we played them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh,
no.
Not again. But this time they did not blitz this time. They just played deep coverage. They're like, okay, we're not going to give up anything deep. We're not going to do it.
Besides the Cooper Kupp play, which happened in the first half, which once again, somebody has to explain this to me, how Cooper Kupp, who you know coming in, is the #1 weapon for this Rams team. You got Allen Robinson. I'm not scared of him. You got other guys on this team. I'm not scared of them. You got one of the worst rushing offenses besides the Bucs. I'm not scared of that running game. How do you have that breakdown with Cooper Kupp? I'll never know, but at the end of the day, hats off to this defense, keeping this team in the game. Devin White, Hakeem Hicks made an impact today. Vita Vea was a man possessed. So if Warren Sapp is going to make any comments about this defensive line, he better give his flowers to Vita Vea, because I tell you right now, that guy played his ass off today, period.
Well, yes, he did. Yes, he did. He got some sacks. He stopped some runs in the backfield. He did a great job. And you know who else did a great job today? The kicker and the punter, especially the punter. The punter, he got robbed on the last punt, and that I thought it landed at the one inside.
Well,
the 1
I
yard
thought it
line,
did too. And somebody said it best on Facebook. Stevie Wonder could see. I mean, at least challenge. It didn't look like it hit the goal line to me. I'll tell you right now, before the Brady drive there, before that offense shows urgency, the player of the game is Jake Carmona, and say whatever you want to, but that guy's thunder leg has given, you know, gave the Bucs an advantage in this game, and definitely was a disadvantage to the Rams offense because field position. So, there were some good things in this game to take from special teams. Ryan Suckup made his field goals once again. You don't want to settle for those in the red zone, but at the end of the day, the Bucs once again found a way to win, and that's what it comes down to against the Rams. Yes.
And that's what we haven't been doing this whole season.
Yes.
So I'm very proud of my Bucs that they found a way to win, not find a way to lose. And once again, Brady played very good today. He didn't play great, but he played good enough to win. And if that's all he's got left, which I don't believe for a second that's all he's got left, but that's all he can come up with, I'll take that any day. Because even when he's playing just good but not great, he's still better than 90% of the quarterbacks in this
36 for 58, 280 yards, 1 touchdown. Once again, no interceptions. Again, this Bucs wide receiving core did not help him out with plenty of drops today. In fact, 6 drops, including a game-winning one by Scotty Miller, which is inexcusable. You got to catch that ball. But again, going back to it, Scotty redeemed himself. I still say this, guys, and I will put this on recording. You can take it to the bank. OBJ is going to be in a Bucs uniform sometime this week. He's going to be signed. He needs to be signed. You look at Julio Jones. He has not been the impact this Bucs team needs. And look, if OBJ wants to play with the greatest of all time, the opportunity is here for him. What else, Ed?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind having OBJ, but to me, I think the Bucs should really get some blockers for this line.
Well, look, offensive line is not going to grow on trees. It's going to be tough. You didn't make a trade at the trading deadline. You're going to have to run with what you got. Unfortunately, Donovan Smith once again. Wow, just
did they bench? Did he get hurt?
It's not good. Not good by the offensive line in certain instances, and lots of penalties at critical times. Once again, not the prettiest win, but a win is a win. Ed, anything else?
Yeah, did they bench Julio or did he get hurt again?
It looked like Julio Jones got hurt again.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's sad because, look, the guy 3 or 4 years ago, maybe was one of the top wide receivers in the National Football League, but I think he's seen his best days. And I think you need that juice to this offense. Gage has been disappointing. He's been hurt the majority of the year. Julio Jones has. If you can recruit OBJ and get him in a Bucs uniform, that would be great. But once again, the guys...
I just think he's just going to be another guy that's going to be on the IR again, OBJ.
Well, he's being cleared this week, and I think he's definitely an upgrade over what they have. Ed, thanks a lot for the call. Appreciate you. Let me give you the Byron.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Thanks a lot. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 as your Tampa Bay Buccaneers win a close one. Figure out a way to win. Win. Not lose. Win. So there should be more calls on the phone line right now. Once again, 727-255-0391. And if you don't know what Facebook stars are, Facebook is giving me the opportunity with doing this show, with doing social media, with doing these streaming broadcasts to pay for it. Throw some money my way here on this Victory Sunday night as your Tampa Bay Buccaneers go to 4-5. Next up, the Seattle Seahawks next Sunday morning at 9:30 in Munich, Germany. Let's go ahead and read some of these comments, and we'll talk more about this game as we get into it even more. But again, I know it wasn't the prettiest. I get it. It wasn't. For the first 3 quarters, for the first half, it's not pretty. This offense still has things to work on, especially with the penalty situation. You have critical penalties at critical times. You have critical drops at critical times. It's not going to get it done. It's not going to get it done. If you want to be a championship team, if you want to be a playoff team, and by the way, thank you very much to the LA Chargers. You knew the assignment today as you took care of the Atlanta Falcons. So now the Bucs are back in first place at 4-5 in the NFC South. But if you want to go anywhere and you want to beat these top upper echelon teams, and I still think they have the talent to do it, you've got to do a better job of not committing those critical penalties at critical times, and you got to catch the ball when it is thrown to you. Roger Shoe, go ahead. The Tribal Troll.
Acknowledge me.
Go ahead with
That's
your
right.
comments here after the Bucs
Acknowledge me.
come back and beat. Yes.
I do not want to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at all. Let's talk about the quarterback of the day. Justin Fields sets the all-time record for rushing by a quarterback in the NFL history.
Wow, it's pretty tremendous for you.
178 yards.
Absolutely. But you know what? You were wrong about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I just want you to say it on air. You were wrong about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers losing to the Rams. Say it.
That game cost me a lot of money.
Okay, how much money?
I'm not going to say that publicly, but
that's what I got for you right there. All right, what else?
Buccaneers are the luckiest team in the NFL.
No luck, my friend. 60 yards in 35 seconds is skill, and that's why he's the greatest of all time. And whether you like it or not, the guy still has something in the tank.
What was the stat that I saw? He has like 100,000 yards in his career.
100,000 yards of passing yards. Only NFL player in NFL history. Amazing. Congratulations, Tom Brady.
That will never be duplicated ever.
Nope.
Never.
And when he gets it, the Bucs get stuck on third down. I mean, it's been that type of year when Brady tries to escape out of the pocket, gets out of the pocket. It looks like Mike Evans is open. Evans drops in. Usually Evans is the guy that you think is going to catch the ball consistently, and he's had his fair share of drops. The Bucs wide receivers today did not help out Tom Brady. Not at all. Not at all.
I think Bowles and Leftwich literally are trash. Why do they keep running on first down? Every game.
I have no idea. And coming into this game, which is probably the most disappointing aspect of it, you know, the Rams, 80% of the time they allow quarterbacks when they go pass play action to complete 80% of their passes. I didn't see a lot of that today, but when you saw it, and I think I saw it once, the Bucs got 6 yards on it. When you saw it on the final play, it was a fake. You got Cade Alton out there in the flat for a touchdown. It worked out. This defense is susceptible to that. And once again, the Bucs continue to do what the Bucs do on first down, which is run the ball and completely frustrate lots of Bucs fans out there. It's maddening.
All right, but you have to admit your offense is still trash.
I have to admit that the Bucs are 4-5 and they have lots of things to work on, but still they have talent on this team, and I still think that they will make some.
But they're still playing like trash.
I'm not saying they're playing perfect.
Do they have enough time left in the season?
Listen here, buddy. Your team lost today, 35-32. Congratulations.
We scored 32 points. The Bucs scored 15.
Congratulations, but you still lost.
Just more proof. We're a better team.
You're not a better team. You lost the game. What are you talking about? You're not a better team. Come on.
We scored 32 points.
Who cares? In a losing effort, you lost.
We scored double the points of the GOAT.
You lost. Who cares how many points you scored? You lost.
Justin Fields outplayed the GOAT.
Oh, shut up and be quiet.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge this.
Shut up!
What else do you want?
Good night, man.
What do you want, troll?
Good night, man.
All right, see you later. Roger Shoe right there, being the tribal troll as he is. I had to give it to him. That's okay. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go back out to these comments here because I want to read these comments. Open phone lines, as always, is your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Take care of business, 16-13. I talked about the history of this team. There is a rich history, and it always favors the Rams, it seems like. So this is a huge win. I know it doesn't seem like it is, because there's a lot of Bucs fans out there that thought they lost the game when they got shut down for the fourth down play, throwing the ball. There was nothing there on that play, nothing. But once again, you got Tom Brady, you got a chance. You got guys that execute, catch the ball like Scotty Miller did in that last drive, you got a chance. When the Rams are playing prevent defense, guess what? You got a chance. You know why? Because it prevents you from winning. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. It wasn't pretty, but we shall take the win and hopefully take this momentum into the Seattle game. Absolutely. That's the key, which will be in Munich, Germany next week. Let's go Bucs. Javon Outlaw. Hopefully we can build from this. Me Sador says 4 yards in the third quarter. Simply pathetic. Not good. Not good. Especially Lenny As a running back on this team, I'm not sure if he's the answer anymore. Whether you want to talk about the offensive line or not, I don't think Lenny gives you the best shot to win. I think you got to go to Rashard White. I think he has more explosive nature to him. He's more elusive. It seems like he has better vision. But stop with the running on first down. It just doesn't work, in my opinion. I agree. 4 yards in the third quarter, not good. TJ Barber says, bro, that was another game I turned off the TV several times, but Tommy does what Tommy does. Exactly. He gives you a chance to win most of the time. 69 fourth quarter comebacks, by the way, in his career. 69. Amazing. Simply amazing. And again, surpassing Peyton Manning with 55 career fourth quarter comebacks. Amazing. All right, here's a genius idea. Why don't Todd Bowles and Byron Leftwich switch to being special teams coaches since punting and making field goals are what they're good at? Troy says, F the Bucs, F you. That 60-yard drive was all Brady Leftwich, had nothing to do with it. Well, again, it's called urgency. Why doesn't this team go to more of a 2-minute offense? Why does it take over 3 quarters to get in gear? Why does it take this team to have their backs against the wall? Why does it take that? I don't understand it. It doesn't. All right, let's go out to Christopher O'Reilly. We needed that one. Absolutely. F Green Bay. I agree with you. Green Bay sucks. Sorry, they lost to the Lions this morning. If you watched the over-under, you weren't surprised. You shouldn't have been if you took my prediction to heart. They lose 15-9. We can talk about that in just a little bit. The game was painful to watch. Brady found a way. Mike, looks like Brady told Leftwich to F off and called the plays the last drive. Why not? Why not change it up? Why not come out in a 2-minute offense the whole majority of the game? Just wear the defense out. That's the urgency you need. You need more of a consistent passing game at this point because the running game is just not working. It's not getting it done. You've seen everything you need to see out of Leonard Fournette. I'm ready to switch to Rashard White at this juncture. I am. All right, let's go out to Mike Hughes. Not as sweet as Justin Fields. Let's go Sweetness 2.0. I'll go ahead and give you a Bucs.
How about them Bucs, baby?
I know you're excited about it, even though you lose to the Miami Dolphins. You start to see when a team gives a young quarterback some weapons, what happens? I told you he's a talent, Mike. You give him a Chase Claypool, the team is different. But that's Bears talk. Let's talk Bucs. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. It was very sweet. Absolutely it was. Let me go ahead and give you the Ric Flair for that. Woo! Let's go out to Mike here. Notice the difference. Leftwich got out of the way, and we went back to the hurry-up offense where Brady called plays. Yes, I like it. I wish they would do it more. I do, because the run game does not work, and you look inside the numbers here, and let's go ahead and do that really quick. Rashard White, 8 for 27. Leonard Fournette, 9 for 19. Not getting it done. And again, you start to become a predictable offense when you're running the ball constantly on first down. Teams know. I know. My family knows. My mom knows. My dog knows. And the defensive coordinator is going to know. I mean, when is it going to stop? And what makes no sense, even though you get the win, is you don't go past play action. We're throwing that statistic out there. You don't necessarily have to develop a run game or establish a run game to go past play action. And in my opinion, that's the problem with Byron Leftwich. You can throw the ball down the field. When you throw the ball down the field, guys got to catch it. When you get the opportunities in those critical times, guys got to catch the ball. Once again, the Bucs wide receivers let Brady down today with the drop passes. Not a good thing. Let's go out to Jordan here. Brady boned my fantasy football. Damn it. Evan says, great win. Nice to be in the winner's circle today, especially against that team. Absolutely. Woo! And I got to go back to Jordan here. I know You're not too happy, my friend, with the Buffalo Bills losing to the New York Jets. You've got to be kidding me. But hey, that happens. No friggin' logic. Any given Sunday, that's what happens. David says, what's up, Peter Blake? What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Troy Polamalu, Doug Martin, Ronald Jones, Rashard White are better running backs than Fournette. They might be this year. They might be. And again, not making a joke of it, but this offensive line has not helped out to open up holes. And by the way, somebody has to explain to me, if you're having difficulty running on the left side and you continue to do the same thing and expect different results, what do we call that, ladies and gentlemen? Insanity. Go to the right side. Maybe go down them. It's not going to work on that left side. It's not. It's not working. All right, Tina Marie says, I'm impressed with Otten. I am too. They were calling him on the post-game show there, Romo and Jim Nantz. Baby Gronk, not ready to say that yet. But your first career touchdown in the fourth quarter, and the way he stepped up in the time of adversity. Remember, he lost his family member. He lost his mother. That's big. That's huge for him the way he's playing right now. That's a rookie. He's stepping up in Cam Brate's absence. Tremendous. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Was that not a great win? What are you talking about? It's a great win because it's a win. Enough of your nonsense.
Shut up!
Let's go out to Evan. Brady, 100,000 career yards ahead in the fourth quarter, comebacks and game-winning drives all time. TJ, absolutely. Should be doing every drive like that under a minute to play. Yes, urgency, urgency, urgency. This team needs it more. Urgency, come out. Sock somebody in the mouth. Enough of settling for field goals. I love Ryan Succop's game, but enough of that. You got to convert in the red zone. You got to do a better job of that. It has to be early in the game. You can't continue to have comebacks. I guess you could, but it's going to expend some energy eventually. You're not going to be able to do it. You can't have these bad starts. Hammy says, it's so hot when you yell. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hi, Peter. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, Ric Flair. All right, let's go out to David here. Once again, Brady looks like he was out of rhythm with his receivers, and you can only get to that if you practice more than 1 day a week. I know everybody's talking about it. I get it, but that's not my decision. And I don't know if that's Brady's decision. It may be the organization's decision. I know that you go for it on fourth down and you give up a sack by Aaron Donald. That has been the season. That could have been the season at that point. I talked about it earlier on. Brady's able to scramble out of the pocket. He throws the ball to Mike Evans. Evans drops it. What's up with Mike Evans lately? I don't know. But I tell you right now, this win goes a long way. Let's go out to Curtis. Curtis, welcome to the Evolution as your Tampa Bay Buccaneers take care of business over the LA Rams 16-13 to go to 4-5. Go.
So I'm going to say this. A W is a W.
Yes, sir.
It was an ugly W.
It was an ugly W, but it is a W.
And
no less.
Listen, I really don't know what to say. Byron Leftwich just got to go. I can't bash the defense too much, bro. They gave up 13 points.
Agree.
That game should have been a blowout.
Yep.
We should have blew them out.
Well, your defense gives you the opportunity to keep you in the game. They shut down the running game. Again, Hakeem Hicks returns to that defensive line. You see a difference. Via Vea. Yep. And once again, if Warren Sapp's going to talk about the defensive effort, give this team their flowers today because Devin White played like a man possessed. I thought he made some great plays in this game. And I also thought Vita Vea, 2.5 sacks. Now, what has he got? 6.5 sacks for the season. He played well. They got after it. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. Remember, this team is missing Shaq Barrett. He was able to get after the quarterback. That's what you had to do. 4 sacks total in this game.
I'm going to tell you something, Pete. I've been at work the whole time. The game has been on.
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening to the game on my phone while I was working. And I listen, 13-9. 3 yards from the end zone, couldn't get in. I kept telling myself this game is freaking over.
Yeah.
And that defense just kept standing up when they needed to.
Yeah.
Yes, I know we've had some bad games, but you know what? The heart of this team is that defense.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna eat crow here. I was bashing Todd. I was calling for Todd Bowles about 3 games ago. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sure.
I was calling them for 3 games ago, 2 games ago, last week. But the defense is sort of doing their job, but the offense is not performing.
They're not. It's almost like watching an old Bucs team from like the 2000s. You remember Tony Dungy, where you had that tremendous defense for all those years, at least 10 years? And you waste that defense because your offense is not able to score consistently, not able to establish drives, going 3 and out. Like somebody said, 4 yards in the third quarter. That's not going to get it done at the end of the day. It's not.
I work with a guy. He's a diehard Patriots fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say this. And, he told me, he said, bro, as long as that offensive line is terrible, excuse my French, Brady's going to look like shit.
Yeah, well, they're not giving a quarterback time, of course. But again, and I know, and everybody knows. I talked about it, even my dog knows. Looking at the screen that they're running on friggin' first down. Can we stop with running on friggin' first down?
Yep. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on with this running game. You got an all-pro right tackle, and Shaq Mason has been a pro in his career.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we not running off tackle or anything?
I have no idea. I have no idea why you're not running to the right side. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry, but if you gave me Byron Leftwich's his salary, I would know to call. I know to run the damn ball behind your best offensive lineman.
You would think.
Christ.
You would think. You would definitely think that. Yeah, definitely think that.
I mean, listen, a win's a win.
Yep.
Godwin, I guess he finally looks a little bit better.
Yep.
Yeah, he finally looks a little bouncing in step. Mike Evans, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to continue to say this. This guy is a freaking warrior. Okay,
he is. He had some drops today, though.
But he's been having drops on. I don't think Mike's been healthy all year.
I don't think so either. He took a real big shot in the ribs there, which was scary in that first quarter, where Brady threads the needle right there in between 2 or 3 defenders, and it looks like he takes a good shot, reminiscent of what Gronkowski suffered last year when he got a rib shot. But Evans is, like you said, he's a warrior. He stays in the game.
This guy reminds you of an old school hard-nosed football player.
Yep.
He doesn't bitch. Excuse me. He doesn't bitch. He doesn't complain.
Yep.
He goes out there and he does the job to the best of his ability.
He does.
And you can always count on him.
Yep.
Always.
Absolutely.
I mean, what else could you want from a wide receiver nowadays? Most of these receivers nowadays, they get a damn pinky toe. Their nail comes off their pinky toe, and they want to
look at Slant Boy from the New Orleans Saints. I mean, the guy hurts his toe.
Mr.
Hamstring, toe.
Yes. Mr. I'm always open.
Right.
Mr.
Yeah.
I'm the best receiver in the NFL. Mr. I'm always. Screw that guy. Okay,
can't stay healthy. Can't stay healthy at all. Not at all. No. So yeah.
But I mean, listen, a win is a win.
Yep.
Oh God, it was a scary win.
It was.
This is like a couple of years ago when we were like, oh God, the game is on the kicker. Oh God.
Yep. Sure enough. And sure enough, Matt Gay makes a couple field goals today. They go up 13-6. You settle for a field goal. It's 13-9. See, it looks like Scotty Miller's going to win the game. Scotty doesn't know on that play, but I tell you right now, good for Scotty Miller to overcome it, get a couple big catches to move the chains for this team to once again go 60 yards in 35 seconds, and K-Dot with his first NFL touchdown.
Let me say this, Pete.
Yes.
I know other people want to call in or whatever. I'm sorry I'm taking up everybody's time.
You ain't taking anybody's time. This is your time, my friend. This is Bucs fans' time. Yes.
I've been noticing for the last 2 weeks how good our 2-minute offenses look.
Yep.
And we don't have any rhythm in the first quarter or the first couple drives. Why don't we just go straight into the 2-minute offense?
I don't know. I think it should be explored. I think you got to do it in the first quarter. I think you got to do it the first drive. And that first drive was their best drive, and you still settle for a field goal. But I agree with you. I think you got to have more urgencies to this team. And I think when you let Brady call the plays from, a 2-minute offense from that aspect, I think you're better off. Honestly, I do.
And I'm gonna say this. I can't put it all on Bowles. Listen, Bowles is a defensive coach.
Yep.
Bowles, he has to head care about the offense because he's a head coach. But you leave this guy with the defense, and you don't have to worry about it today. That's why him and Bruce Arians got along so great.
Right.
Because Todd took care of the defense, and Bruce took care of the offense.
That's it.
And if we could just get Leftwich out of this guy has to go. This guy has to go.
I don't know if he's going to now because you continue to win, but I agree with you. I mean, there's some changes that need to be made.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
He's not going to get a head coaching job now. Not playing like that.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No, I'm good with.
And if we don't end up getting rid of him, we're going to be stuck with him.
Well, I think you're going to have to navigate through because I think you got what you got at this juncture, and unless this offense falters again, which is certainly a possibility. But right now, this team goes 4-5. It's a big win. Tom Brady even talked about it before the game, how important it was to not only win this game.
Atlanta lost.
Right.
Atlanta lost.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina lost.
Yes.
And I'm predicting New Orleans to lose tomorrow.
They should. You would think so. But once again, it's the NFL. No freaking logic as always. What else, Curtis?
Nothing, man. It was just a crazy football Sunday. I won $100 off my cousin because he's a Buffalo fan, and I picked the Jets.
Whoa!
I picked the Jets.
Nice.
Here comes the money.
Good stuff, my friend. Good stuff.
I picked the Jets.
Yes.
It's dude. You know what? This is a crazy season, and I told my buddy today. He was sitting on my couch before I had came to work, and I told him, I said, bro, you know what? I said it doesn't matter what you do in the regular season.
No.
When you get to the playoffs, how many teams have won the Super Bowl as a wild card?
Plenty. We've seen it before. We've seen it happen again. We've seen this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team in 2020 win it.
We seen the 2007 wild card New York Giants.
Of course.
Beat that juggernaut of a New England Patriots team.
Yep.
Undefeated. They were the last team in the playoffs that year.
Sure. You just got to get in. Give yourself the opportunity to get in. And you're coming down to the home stretch. You got to win this next game. You go 5-5 going into the bye week. If the offense struggles, who knows? There may be some changes still. I still believe that if the rumors are true and the Bucs are truly recruiting OBJ, they may get him simply because OBJ knows that Brady gives him the best opportunity to win a championship. Furthermore, their relationship, you got to add some juice to this offense. You don't see this team going down the field enough. When they do, you get guys dropping passes. I don't think Chris Godwin is 100% at this juncture.
I don't think Mike Evans is. Mike Evans isn't 100%.
Right. So,
I got one question for you though before I go, but I got to finish working.
Go for it.
What do you think the schedule is going to be to go to Germany? Because bro, that's a long flight, and we only got we're less than 7 days away already.
Yeah, well, it's once again, it's going to be a challenge. This team plays early. You got to go overseas and do it, and got to get it done. And if you get it done, then you're on to the bye week.
No one expected that Seattle team to look how they've been looking.
Well, I tell you what, Geno Smith has definitely been unbelievable. What Pete Carroll has gotten out of that team, tremendous.
Listen,
tremendous.
I know they've been saying that the Jets coach or the Giants coach should win Coach of the Year, but listen, what can you say about Pete Carroll?
Yeah.
And look at the bag of picks he got. Look at the bag of picks he got for Russell Wilson.
Sure.
To add to that team that's already competing in the NFC West.
And look how disappointing the Denver Broncos are and Russell Wilson are at this point. I mean, it has not been. I think the honeymoon is over, even though they get a big win overseas in London. Good stuff, Curtis. Let me go ahead and give you the Byron Leftwich.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Let me give you the Ric Flair. Appreciate the call, my friend. All right?
All right, brother.
Use that second call. Don't work too hard. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Once again, appreciate the support as always. As we're live on I Love St. Pete, the hub, and Amped Up Sports. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube as your Tampa Bay Buccaneers find a way to get a big win. And once again, may have saved their season, because if you lose to the Rams and you go 3-6, curtains, you're done. You are done. I don't care about how bad this division is. You can't afford. And by the way, you lose this game, you're 1-4 at home. That's unacceptable. You got to start winning games at home. I can't even believe we're talking about that at this juncture. I can't believe it. All right, let's go out to TJ here. I want more yards. Moved, I think it is. Hicks being back helped Vita big time. Once again, 2.5 sacks today. Or two sacks, which brings his total to 6.5 for the year. And we talked about it. That was the challenge, that not only did you have to get after Stafford, because we know that Stafford can pick you apart, but they've had their fair share of offensive line troubles themselves. So a big day by this Bucs defense with 4 sacks. Vita Vea absolutely leading the way. You also had Nacho with the sack later on in the game, which was huge. Vita Vea is overrated when you watch him on film. No, he's not, because he's being double and triple teamed. But has the effort been there for this entire defense? No, it hasn't. But they showed out. They kept the Bucs in this game. They kept them in there. They did. 13 points. You're able to. That's pretty good. Pretty good for this defense. Again, the one big play to Cooper Kupp, which is inexcusable, which I don't understand it. It looked like Edwards was supposed to be over the top. Keanu Neal was pointing it out. And it looked like the same exact play that happened last year in the divisional playoff game, which is a nightmare in itself. So, all right, let's go out to Troy Polamalu. You've been saying Scotty Miller is a clown. Enough of you. You're a clown.
Shut up!
God, I hope not. I prefer an OG to an OBJ. And I know where fans are coming from. You know, offensive guards are not growing on trees. So the Bucs are going to go with what they have at this juncture. They didn't make any trades at the deadline. And there's not a lot of teams out there looking to trade offensive linemen, especially guards. So it's Nick Leverett or it's Luke Gedeke, which was out with injury today. What is Mike Evans' problem lately? Thoughts? He doesn't seem himself in the past few games. Again, you know, he's the most consistent player on this team usually. He's had his fair share of drops. Do I think he's 100%? I don't think there's a lot of players right now that are 100%, but he took a pretty good shot there with the ribs. But, of course, he has to raise his game. He'll tell you he has to raise his game. He's Mike Evans. You know, 8 consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons. It looks like he has a chance to get another one. And he's the consummate professional. He's a great teammate, but he has to play better, as everybody else has to play better on this offense. But they figure out a way to win. So let's go ahead. Let's be happy that they win this game. And then let's move on to Seattle and hopefully take this momentum, because that 3-game losing streak is over.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Right?
How about them Bucks, baby?
Because I don't want to get on this broadcast and talk about another Bucs loss to the damn LA Rams, because I told you I hate the Rams more than I hate the Saints. And it is a family affair. Trust me when I tell you that football runs in this family. And they have nothing good to say about the LA Rams. All right, let's go back out to the phone lines. Alex, welcome to the Evolution after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeat the LA Rams 16-13. Go.
Listen, I'm calling because I know my other buddies are listening to this. Everybody gave up tonight except for me. I was the only one.
The only one. The only one in the stadium. So you were in the stadium.
Away.
Okay.
What?
Go ahead, tell me.
No, I was saying the group of people I was with, there were 7 of us watching it. 6 of them got up, walked away, didn't think we were going to get the ball back. And so I'm calling them because I know they're listening, and I'm ragging on them because they shouldn't have quit. They quit too early. My friends quit too early.
Well, good for you, man. Good hanging in there, because you know that anytime, and I know that Brady hasn't played his best football, but didn't he play well today? And anytime you got Tom Brady in the fourth quarter, you got a chance to win. Oh, by the way, 69 fourth quarter comebacks, 55 of those game winnings surpassing Peyton Manning. Pretty good odds there.
I agree, man. I'm all the way. I don't give up. Even when they lose, I still think we got a chance to win.
That's it. So give me your analysis of this game overall. They're 4-5 now. They got to play Seattle. Seattle's a hot team. I think they're one of the big stories in the National Football League. Going to Germany, you got to win that game, right?
Well, Tom Brady and I got married just a year apart. He got married to his wife a year apart before us. And so what I kind of observed during his career is that as he was married to her, things only got better and better and better because, you have a good woman on your side. It generally helps you do well.
Usually does, yes.
That's just something people know. And so now he has to fight losing a good wife. And, there's so much more going on than just the football game. So my analysis is, he's going through a harder time than more people can even understand, and yet he's still winning. So
yeah,
good for him.
He's definitely still winning, and he's still getting it done. And even with some of the wide receivers today, which I think was a big time disappointment, the wide receivers dropping passes today, 6 drop passes, including Scotty Miller with a possibility of winning that game, but not able to do it. And then again, redeeming himself, getting some big catches down the stretch. Cade Otton with the honors with his first NFL touchdown. Some big catches down the stretch. So give them credit. They found a way to win because, this Bucs team in the past has found ways to lose close games, especially versus the Rams.
What are your thoughts on during the kickoff where it landed the 1 yard line?
I don't understand why at least Todd Bowles is not looking at that, maybe challenging it. I get it. If you lose that challenge, you have no more challenges. But it looked like to me, the replay, it clearly looked like it didn't go in the end zone. I thought it hit the 1 yard line. And I thought, Jake Carmada has been amazing for this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team. You talk about the offensive woes and defensive letting down, but this punter has definitely been a big-time difference this year, and it means a lot, and I don't know why the Bucs didn't challenge it, because at the end of the day, instead of being at the 20-yard line or 25, I think it's a 20-yard line there, you're at the 1 yard line. So it looked like to me that was in. It was not, in the end zone. I don't understand why the Bucs didn't challenge it. I don't understand it.
Everybody was very mad at the coach. We were really like, what the hell? But, at the end of the day, they, you never really know because it could have gone a different direction, but they ended up needing there's timeouts to do what they did. So, you never know. But all right, well, thanks for letting me on the air. We'll keep listening. Thanks.
You should, and definitely use that second call, my friend. Let me give you the Ric Flair. Woo! Let me give you the Bomber Leftwich. Appreciate the call, and use that second call if you want to. All right, my friend?
All right, bye.
All right, good stuff there. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 as your Tampa Bay Buccaneers win today at Raymond James Stadium, 16-13 to go to 4-5. Next up, the Seattle Seahawks in Munich, Germany, as we talk with you. And again, I keep on harping on it. Not the prettiest victory, but a win is a win. Will you take it? I will. No more 3-game losing streak at this juncture. No more. All right. Like I said, stars are out there. So if you want to give to some Facebook stars, go ahead and definitely do that. And also comment in here. Phone lines are open. Let's continue to read these comments as we always do here on The Evolution. Let's go out to Michael. We read that comment. Let's go out to Alan. If OBJ is smart, he's going to the Bills. And look, that's what you hear. That's what you heard from Von Miller. He says he feels like he's got some insight at this point. There's been talk of the Cowboys. That report for me, if you want to play with the greatest of all time, and I think OBJ and his relationship with Tom Brady will play into this, and because Tom Brady, at the end of the day, let's just put it out there, he's got stroke. Okay? He's the greatest player of all time. Players want to play with them. They do. I get it. The team has their fair share of problems. They need some juice. Julio Jones, to me, is done. I've seen enough. I like Julio Jones, but he's not the same player as he was about 5 years ago. He's not. He's not getting it done. Gage is not getting it done. It's time to go out there and recruit. And who knows? Maybe there's a possibility you could get back a Gronk. This would be the time for it to happen because after the Seattle game, you got a bye week. I don't think that conversation is over between Brady and Gronk. Just saying. 727-255 0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to Roger Shue. Justin Fields sets an all-time record for rushing for a game, 178 yards. He is the man. All right, well, I will give you that.
Acknowledge me.
Alan says, washed up. I don't know who he's saying washed up. OBJ to the Bucs this week. Haha, coming from Peter, who also wanted Sandwich as the next head coach. So, well, say whatever you want to, my friend.
Shut up.
Let's go out to Hammy Jammy. Can you yell at me like that? Yeah, sure. Why not? We can do that.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Let's go out to Roger Shue. Quit stuffing on Fields. I didn't. I just said we're talking Bucs. You still lost the game. I mean, you want a pretty loss? You got one. There's a pretty loss. So you lost 35-32. Moral victory right there, but you still lost the game. That's the difference. I'll take an ugly loss. Which, by the way, my co-host, Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire of 1252 Chicago Sports, said this team needs to start winning ugly. They did. It's an ugly win, but it's a win, no less. All right, let's go out to Troy Polamalu. Justin Fields is a good running back. Reginald says, I'll take the win, but our offense is trash. Lots of work to do. Agree. TJ says, hey, listen, I want to know when that all-star in Godwin is going to pop back up. It's tough. You don't see that same explosiveness from Godwin, and he's coming off that injury. That definitely has to play a factor. Definitely plays a factor. He's not the same Chris Godwin. I'm sorry. It's disappointing. He's trying to play through it. Not the same guy. That's why I say you got to go after OBJ in the first place. I do. All right, let's go out. Let's go out to, as I've talked about my mother ad nauseum in this broadcast. Why? It's a family affair. Watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area, the Sports Web with Amped Up Sports. I love St. Pete, the hub. How great was Tom Brady tonight when he actually catch the ball? She's all about it, ladies and gentlemen. She says it, and it makes me shake my head, but she's right on the money. Execute, execute, execute. Catch the ball. Some of you out there were ready to execute Byron Leftwich being the offensive coordinator of this team. I could see why if you run the ball on first down again, but she's exactly right. Execute. Roger Shue lost all his EBT money betting on the Rams. I'm actually going to give you that one. That was pretty funny.
How about them Bucks, baby?
All right, let's see here. I think, TJ, you gave some stars, so I appreciate that.
Woo!
Thank you very much for the stars. Vito Corney says you better stop. The real GOAT's going to beat that. Well, we'll see. We'll see if Patrick Mahomes can do it, won't we? But thanks a lot, Vito, for definitely tuning in. I'm not sure if I'm ready to crown him as the new GOAT yet, but he is a damn good quarterback, isn't he? And Patrick Mahomes, as he beat the Bucs this year. We'll see what happens. Tampa, absolutely, Bay.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Christopher Cole says D. Smith gave up the cheeks a lot today. Yeah, that was not the best performance. And, you know, this kind of goes back to 2 years ago when BA was talking about it, right? You know, Donovan Smith's got everything you would want in a left tackle. He's got the measurables, he's got the strength, the agility, the athleticism. But for some reason, he wants to knock the you-know-what out of somebody and lose his technique. He did that a lot today. And holding on to players so Tom Brady doesn't get sacked is not the way to go because you push yourself back. That was an issue with this Bucs team again. And this team is not good enough offensively to continue to do it. The difference between 1st and 10, 2nd and 20, or 1st and 20 is it changes what's in your playbook. It does. Especially at critical times. You can't continue to shoot yourself in the foot. We used to have an old saying about this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team. Self-destruct Bucs. They did it many times today. You got to stop doing it if you want to be good teams. And I'm not saying the Rams are not a good team. But they're a team right now that's reeling. They were looking for a win today. And you can see the inconsistency on that line. It's not very good. Look at all the changes they had. And they still had a chance to beat the Bucs. So once again, the Bucs have lots of things to work on, and it comes down to the penalty situation. You can't have that in critical times. It's going to kill you. It nearly killed the Bucs today. Mahomes is the GOAT. He's 1/4, 1K in 4 years. We'll see. We'll see if he can stay healthy. I'll give you something.
Yes! Yes!
All right, let's go out to TJ here. Bucs better than the Bears. I agree with that.
Yes!
Let's go out to Chris Cole. How many second down screens were called? I mean, that play in itself is not working. And Brady was fortunate today because the defender nearly jumped that route. Again, you've got to change up these play calls. These plays that you think are working for you are not. And defensive coordinators and players themselves are starting to catch up on it. You got to do a better job of changing it up. And I think you got to consider it. I think you got to consider having more urgency early on in this game, maybe going to a 2-minute offense, maybe letting Tom Brady call some of these plays. Have the urgency. Change it up. Instead of running on every friggin' first down, which is not working for you, which I'm so sick and tired of seeing and hearing about. Really, I'm up to here with this nonsense. Just enough of running on first down. Enough of that. Put the ball in Brady's hands. More urgency on this team. Maybe more of a faster offense. Don't let the defense in their line substitute. Go after them. Be aggressive. Can you tell I miss the no risk it, no biscuit offense? You damn right I miss it. I think that's the biggest component on this team that's missing right now. I do. Let's go out to Ed using his second call. Welcome back, bud. What do you got to say?
Yeah, I want to discuss one thing for you. That guy was talking about how Leftwich needs to go. You know why I agree? I agree with him. You want to know why? How many play action passes were thrown today?
I didn't see many. I was disappointing. And again, coming into this game, the statistic that everybody needed to pay attention to was this Rams secondary is giving up an 80% clip to opposing quarterbacks. So when you go pass play action, Ed, 80% of the time you complete those passes for some unknown reason, which we've seen it throughout the year. When the Steelers are hurting their secondary, you know what the Eagles did a couple weeks ago? A.J. Brown goes off for 3 touchdowns. Why? Because they're injured in that back end. They go after it. They go after those matchups. The NFL is about matchups. I don't understand why you don't go for that matchup today when you know that the Rams defensively are not good against pass play action. 80% of the time, opposing quarterbacks are completing passes. Makes no sense.
No, it don't. And you know what? They could go really hard play action on the first play of the game and throw it deep. I mean, just throw it 20, 30 yards down the field. What do you got to lose, man?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They don't want to try it. And that would loosen up the defense, and that would put them back on their heels the whole game. But do they do it? No, I didn't see. I watched the whole game. And I don't remember seeing any play action passes.
I seen one, and I saw a 6-yard gain. And to me, I think Brady is so good when it's pass play action. You know, he's able to scan the field. You freeze the linebackers. You make the linebackers commit because you're running the ball so much, and that's the tendency to run it on first or second down. But if you commit those linebackers up, you may get some cushion there. And we saw the Rams today playing a lot of zone defense. And, you know, the Bucs is not able to take advantage of it. Not able to take advantage of it in that first half and also in that third quarter.
Yeah. I mean, I really liked what I saw from that kid, Otten.
I do too. I like what I see from him too. Yeah.
Am I ready to call him another Gronk? No. But I am seeing flashes of greatness from him.
Well, you can see why they drafted him in the first place, right? You can see the potential there. You know, Jason Light's not the awful GM that some of you like to call him. He knows what he's doing.
GM we've had.
Yes.
He's probably the best GM we've ever had.
He's absolutely the best GM this team has had. And I'll tell you right now, he's got some talent there. And Cade Otton is one of those players that you're going to be depending on because you're not sure about Cam Brate going throughout the year with the next situation with the concussion. You're not sure. So you're going to have to depend on him. I don't know if Gronk is walking through that door. It would be nice. But right now, Cade Otton is the man on the scene. And he's definitely getting it done with that touchdown, his first touchdown of his NFL career in great fashion there to win the game versus the Rams. What else, Ed?
I'd love to see Gronk come back, but I don't think it's going to happen. I just want to make a logic complaint. Who do I lodge a complaint to in the NFL?
Go for it.
I would like to complain about having to fly our teams over to Europe every year and give up a home game.
Well,
that is the most ridiculous, stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't know why they do it. you know what? If Europe wants their own freaking NFL, then have them create one.
Well, they're trying to expand the reach, and they also sell out tickets. And it's one of the first time, the first time they've ever done it over in Germany. I understand it. Is it a hindrance to this team? Is it a hindrance to the other team? Absolutely. Is it a disadvantage? Yes. But at the end of the day, I understand what the league is trying to do with expanding the league's reach. That's what the league is all about. They're about money. They're about expanding the reach. And it's an opportunity for the Bucs to go play in Germany, which, to some certain degree is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tough matchup, though, against Seattle. All right, let me go ahead and give you the Ric Flair. Appreciate it. Enjoy that victory Sunday night, victory Monday. We always talk about it all the time. Work is better on Monday morning. Food is better. Breakfast is better. Lunch is better. Your significant other is better, hopefully. Everything is better with a win. Doesn't it feel good, Bucs fans? I get it. It's an ugly win, but a win is a win. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's read these comments here from Roger Shue. Troy, that's some funny stuff right there, bro. Vito again. I didn't watch the game, so maybe you can let me know what penalties they got to win the game. Well, there was a penalty that set them up for the touchdown to K-Dot, and it was clearly a pass interference. So you can sit here and say all the nonsense you want to, but it was the right call. So, and again, they play a part in the game. And that's the reason why you got to continue to go to Mike Evans and feed him. Whether he's catching the ball or dropping the ball, he's a mismatch nightmare. You go back to the Bears today, they got Chase Claypool, and people say, well, they overpaid for him, giving a second round pick. He's a mismatch nightmare. You can't teach 6'4", 6'5" with speed and quickness. So there's always going to be an opportunity there where a smallish corner is going to have a mismatch, and that's going to lead to possibly a pass interference call. And that's why you continue to get those big body wide receivers that can run. Thank God Mama didn't raise me to be a Bucs fan. She's the real MVP, and I don't know what she raised you as. Who cares? Roger says, when are you calling in, Troy? He's probably never calling in. 69 thanks to the refs. No refs at all. Go Bucs, says Tom. Absolutely go Bucs.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Tom, again, they don't go up-tempo because Leftwich wants to do it his way, which sucks. I agree. And maybe you have to make those changes in the off week that's coming up after you take care of business versus the Seattle Seahawks in Germany. But first things first, you got to take care of that team. That's a tough matchup. You look at that matchup before the year, losing Russell Wilson. Who's the starting quarterback? Geno Smith. Nothing to write home about. A lot of tough matchup now because they're the leader of the NFC West. How about that, huh? Not the 49ers, not the Rams, not the Cardinals, the Seattle Seahawks. No friggin' logic. Gotta love it. Lenny just doesn't hit the right holes. Romo could see the hole. Absolutely. Maybe it's a time for a change with Rashard White. Maybe you need to see more carries from him because we know he's a younger back and we know that he's more elusive and we know that he can go in there and block and do the same things that Lenny can. Lenny's just not getting it done right now. The running game as a whole is not getting it done right now. Ben says, win is a win. Absolutely it is.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Let's go out to Tom. Leftwich is the problem. I agree. Jason says, hello, Peter. My sexy host this evening after the Bucs comeback win. All right, I appreciate the support. Angie says Devon Outlaw 100%. Mike Batdorf 100%. That's what I told the new models that work for me. All right, thanks a lot. Hey, Jason. Buccaneer fan, let's go Buccaneers. Absolutely.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Let's go out to Buccaneer fan again. One drive changes the season. That is it. I think the Bucs will not lose another game this season. I'm not ready to say that because they got lots of things to work on. But once again, it may have saved their season. Let's just put it that way. All right. So good stuff there. Thanks a lot for the comments. Woo! Let's go out to Chris Cole. Congratulations to Otten on his first career touchdown. Whoops, wrong channel. Buccaneer fan again. One drive changes. Okay, we read that. Beautiful site. Okay, thank you. Buccaneer fan, go Bucs. Absolutely.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Curtis says execution was the problem. Absolutely. Not enough execution at critical times. Agree. Absolutely. They got to get better. It's got to get better. You're still not scoring enough points on offense. Your defense is keeping you in the game, but eventually if your offense is not consistent enough to sustain drives, your defense is going to get tired out. You can't do that. So good stuff there. Let me give you the Ric Flair. Whoa! Appreciate it. That Otten touchdown looked like Brady Gronk play, did it not? Absolutely. Thank you, Curtis. Play Miller over Jones. Jones is a broken mess, and it shows. And then it's disappointing because you see him on that play, and you see him the first drive. You see it, but it's not enough. It's not consistent enough. I think there's still swelling on that knee. I still think he has injury problems. And it looked like he was talking to, I believe, the wide receiving coach, trying to get back in the game. They weren't letting him back in the game. So obviously there's a problem. And it's been a problem all year long. It's probably been the most disappointing aspect of this offense. And Tony Romo mentioned it before the game. It's the first time all these three wide receivers have been on the field together healthy, and still not enough. Love your show, Peter. It's growing and you deserve it. Appreciate you. Let me fire the cannons. Let's see. Javon says, Curtis Cumberbatch, where's the lie? There is no lie. Dave says, Mike looks tired and hurt, but I still believe in NK13. You got to believe in him. Again, do I think he was hurt in this game? Yes. I think he took a pretty vicious shot in the ribs. He was still playing through it. You look inside the numbers for him. 5 catches for 40 yards, leading to AK Otten, 5 for 68, again with the winning touchdown. Scotty Miller, 7 for 53. Leonard Fournette, 5 for 41. Chris Godwin, 7 for 36. And Julio, 2 for 28. There's not enough juice to this offense. That's what you gotta have that. You don't have the downfield shots like you used to. Of course, you don't necessarily have the time on this offensive line. Brady was being rushed. He was being rushed a lot. We saw it on the 4th down where he gets sacked by Aaron Donald, which sucks. That absolutely stinks. But that means at the end of the day, nobody's open. Nobody's getting any separation. To me, that's a coverage sack. That's more of a coverage sack than on the offensive line. So you got to get some juice to it. And maybe you're right. Maybe you play a Scotty Miller. But if you throw the ball to Scotty Miller, and I get it, he redeemed himself on the last drive, you got to catch the ball consistently. You can't let this team down. This wide receiving core can't let Tom Brady down and this offense down. Again, fortunate to win the game. Hats off. They win this game and find a way, but you got to be better than that. I can see that beard coming back. Never shave it again, Peter. Your POF status dropped from when you shaved it off. And I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I didn't shave today. That's what it was. Got to shave every couple of days here. You're a winner in my book every Sunday. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Let's go out to Dave here. Devin showed what he's supposed to be in this game. Played controlled and smart. And look what happens. Great comment, as always, Dave. And I thought he showed some emotion and set the tone early. Did you not? You could see him and his emotion. He wasn't bored. He also didn't have that big gouging run. And again, look inside the numbers here with the running game for the Rams. Darrell Henderson, 12 for 56. Malcolm Brown, 2 for 9. Cam Akers, 5 for 3. Welcome back, Cam Akers. You did absolutely nothing. Back to the doghouse for you. That is a Buccaneer defense that you hang your hat on. That's the type of defensive effort that's going to keep this offense in the game. And hopefully this offense can avoid those struggles throughout the season. Hopefully they can get it together. Because if they can, I believe this defense can definitely make some hay. Let's go out to Chris Cole here. It was a team game. The defense and special teams won the game for us. Absolutely. Dave says Devon Outlaw. I guess that's fire the cannon. So watch out. Let's see here. Chris Cole, I've only seen 1 or 2 pulling guards, and we got 6 to 7 yards. I haven't seen a lot of those plays either. Can you hang up on him already? Other people want to call in. Well, listen, if you want me to hang up on him, then call in yourself. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to David. I think the Buccaneers are scared to get rid of Leftwich after seeing what happened with Brian Flores in Miami and all the backlash that came from it, because if not, I don't know what he's doing to keep his job. I tend to agree with you on the aspect of why are they keeping a guy around who is not getting it done. I'm not going to get into the Brian Flores stuff. That's a different show at the end of the day. But if you're not getting your job done, then there's definitely consequences for it. And this offense has entirely too many weapons to be only scoring 16 to 18 points a game and having the difficulties that they have in the red zone. Too much. All right, let's go out to the phone lines. Dave, welcome to the Evolution after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Rams 16-13. Go.
Awesome, man. Hey, I thought it was funny that everybody started to leave after they didn't score when they were down so close, and there were still 2 minutes left.
Sure.
I knew we had plenty of time to, if we got a 3 and out, we had a good chance.
Yep.
With Brady, there's always a chance. So
always.
Everybody around us was, was wondering why people were leaving, and we were just so excited, especially when they got down there and there was still 16 seconds left. We knew they had to get it. So, they got it done today. And the defense actually played great, too.
Yeah, well, their defense kept them in the game. Again, you give up that big play to Cooper Kupp early. Besides that, you really didn't. The Rams really did nothing in that second half. Coming into it, Matt Stafford, 1 touchdown and I believe like 5 interceptions in the second half of this year. In this team in the fourth quarter, the Rams have been terrible, 61-10. And once again, they lose the lead in the fourth quarter. So that has been their bugaboo. And look, the Bucs took advantage of it. And you're exactly right. I get it. I understand where fans are saying they're frustrated because they think they lost the game. But if you have time on that clock, we know all too well Tom Brady and Tom Brady's magic, and he made it happen today.
Awesome. Yeah, and I thought it was also cool. I got to see Cooper Kupp. He was signing some autographs, but he's a lot bigger than I thought he was. I thought he was like a little small receiver. I guess he's actually like 6'4", 6'5", or something.
No, I don't think he's 6'4". I think he's like 6'1", 6'2". But I tell you right now, that guy's still one of the best players in the league, period. And he is a Bucs killer. And how frightful was it to see on that 69-yard touchdown, which once again, I can't understand how he's able to get free and the Bucs once again have a blown coverage. Terrible. Yeah.
So Mom, I need some gas money too. Sorry about that, Peter.
That's all right. Everybody's saying they need gas money, so I get it. I have to absolutely get it at this point. Go ahead, Dave.
Gas is my challenger, man. You gonna help out with that?
I'm gonna help out with the gas. Help you out with gas? No, I'm not helping you out with gas. Get out of here. Come on, I'm doing a sports talk show. What do you want from me?
Just messing with
I know you are. What else?
I don't know. That's pretty much it. I'm happy. We did what we had to do. I think this hopefully it's the start of a run.
Yeah, well, they need to make a run, and it starts next week versus Seattle in a Sunday morning affair at 9:30. I'll be up early and definitely doing a post-game show, so definitely tune in and keep on calling the Evolution. All right, my friend?
All right, buddy.
All right, get home safe, my friend. It is a victory Sunday night here on the Sports Web, the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Give away your Facebook stars. The Facebook is giving the opportunity to have those Facebook stars, so definitely be cashing in for that. Also, YouTube chats are open, so give to the cause. As Dave was trying to call in to get some gas money from me. Come on, man. What do you want? I'm doing a sports talk show. We're nearly on for an hour and 30 minutes here, spouting my guts out about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you want gas money. By the way, why are Bucs fans giving up? Don't give up. It ain't over yet. There ain't no fat lady in the building yet. The season isn't over yet. And once again, thanks a lot to the Chargers, who knew the assignment by beating the Atlanta Falcons today. So that's a beautiful thing. All right, let's see here. Troy says, we already care. We read that already. Thought that was pretty funny. Jensen's to be back after the bye week or so. You hope. Because that's the biggest factor on this offensive line. And we saw it again. Critical times, critical penalties. How many false starts? Enough with the false starts. Enough with the penalties. Enough with the holdings. Enough with that. That pushes your team back. It's not good. It's mental mistakes. We go back to Tony Dungy Coaching 101. You can't commit those mistakes. It just kills your team. It kills big plays. You finally get a positive run on first down, which is amazing in itself because it never works. You continue to do it, but you finally get a positive play, you get holding. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Let's go out to Troy again. Some of the callers talk too much. You know what? That's what happens here on the Sports Web. We have conversations about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sorry about your
Shut up!
Let's go out to Justin here. Vita is not overrated. I mean, who's saying that Vita Vea is overrated? Oh, that's Troy Polamalu, the troll king right there, saying that. But, has the effort been there this year? Has this defense gotten gouged by the running game? Yes. Vita was a man possessed today. 2 sacks. Running game shut down. Boy, oh boy, what a difference Akeem Hicks makes, huh? Man, that defensive line looked totally different today with him in the fold. They did. Nacho had a sack in this game. 4 sacks overall. I'm not sure the other player who had a sack in this game. Well, it's good to see. Vita Vea overrated, exactly. Justin, again, the man has been worked heavy because he has been the only consistent player as of late. I get it. And he's been double and triple teamed over and over again. You have to have somebody step up. I thought that was impressive today by this line. They stepped up today. They did. Enzo says, coaching staff is asleep. Seems like the most of the time they are. Dave says, it could be worse. Look at Rodgers. He's quit on this season and maybe his career. Looked terrible today. He did. Wow, 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 wow. Green Bay sucks. I mean, isn't it amazing, ladies and gentlemen, as I kind of predicted before the season started, when you get rid of a top wide receiver in Davante Adams, and make no mistake about it, Adams is having his own struggles. I mean, he's still productive. Well, but the Raiders are a complete train wreck themselves because they got Josh McDaniels as the coach. But isn't it amazing when you lose your number 1 wide receiver and you don't have that talent that maybe Aaron Rodgers isn't as great as we think he is? Maybe he's seen his best days. Oh, by the way, they don't run the ball enough either. And they had all kinds of injuries today, which hurt that team. And they lose to the Detroit Lions. Congratulations to the Lions finishing a game. Amazing. I don't know what the hell that throw was at the end of it. What is Rodgers looking at? A miscommunication on 4th down. You just can't have it happen. But once again, wow, 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 wow. Green Bay sucks. Jay Kamada for Rookie of the Year. Guy is unbelievable. In fact, tying Sean Landeta with a 74-yard punt. Are you serious?
How about them Bucs, baby?
Great punt by him. I'm glad they didn't challenge it because I don't think they could have seen enough evidence to say it didn't, and we would have lost a timeout, which that would have let the Rams run another 40 seconds off the clock. I don't think we had enough time to get the touchdown in the end. Great point. It's absolutely a great point. Because if you do lose it, even when we've seen this before with refs. I mean, some of these guys need to go to lens crafters and get their eyes checked out. I mean, you could clearly see the ball didn't hit the end zone, but maybe that ref doesn't see it that way. You got the greatness of Sean Hockley. Chip off the old block there. And maybe you lose that challenge. So that's a great comment. I'll give you the Rick Flair. Let's go out to Dave here. I wouldn't be shocked if OBJ went to Green Bay because he doesn't like sharing the limelight, and he be the number 1 wide receiver there. He wouldn't be for the Bucs or the Bills. If he goes to Green Bay, good luck to you. With Aaron Rodgers and that drama fest, I discussed it today on the over-under. The theme song for the Green Bay Packers the last couple of years should be, should I stay or should I go? That's the reason why Davante Adams left in the first place, because that has been the main story. Rodgers, am I coming back? Am I going to leave? I mean, it says the world turns to the days of our lives, sands through the hourglass. I mean, why would you want all that drama? Not saying it's better down here, but damn it, you got a quarterback that's won 7 championships. He's the greatest of all time. As I said, he's got stroke, or as the kids say, street cred. If I'm OBJ, I come down here. This offense needs some juice. Go to it, Tom Brady. Go to it, Jason Light. Let's get it done. Bucs going to Germany is a good thing. Hopefully Jason Light leaves Bowles and Leftwich behind and burns their passports. We don't want them back. I'm not going to even respond to you with the. I'm just going to say this. Godwin is not even 100%. He won't be that same player for a while. I think it's going to take a couple years. And with that type of injury, you're lucky to have him back in the fold. But the kid is playing hard. He's still playing through it. He doesn't have that explosiveness. And that's what you're missing from this team right now. And that's why I keep on going back to OBJ. Let's go out to Dave here, the old Godwin. We'll be back next season, barring any more injuries. Roger Shue with the $2. Thank you very much, Mr. Roger. Let me go ahead and fire the cannons. Let's go out to TJ here. Hey, props to Leverett. Not too bad against Aaron Donald, which, one sack, but you didn't have a lot of Aaron Donald in Tom Brady's face. Which, say anything you want to about the offensive line, and we have today, especially Donovan Smith with the critical penalties and stupid holding calls. But they played relatively well. They got to get better, though. But Aaron Donald, didn't hear a lot from him today. So good on the Bucs.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Let's go out to Trace here. Doesn't make sense for the Bucs to play 2-minute offense the whole game, or at least start of the game. Yes, it's me. Trace, Crispy Critter, go Leo. Absolutely go Leo. Get better. I know you're sick right now, brother. We love you. You're a legend, and keep on fighting, my friend. We'll keep on doing this thing here on Amped Up Sports, and you're exactly right. I think you should come out. I don't think this team has enough urgency, Trace. I think they need to change it up a little bit. Stop running the ball on first down. It's not working. I'm sick of seeing it. It makes me sick to my stomach. All right, let's go out to Dave here. The Bucs draft 3 O-linemen in this draft. Time to build it back. Let's go. Possibility. It's 3rd and 20, and Byron calls a damn screen behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah. Byron needs to scrap the screens. It's not working. It's definitely not working, and that seems like it's the play to Chris Godwin. And again, going back to it, they were lucky today. Rams defender was reading it, nearly picked it off. He's not a defender. He goes to the house on that. And then again, Chris Godwin is not 100%. So and then, Romo points this out because he's a great analyst. He's getting paid $18 to $20 million. Guys aren't doing their job. They're not setting the blocks. They're not getting out there and blocking and doing their job. And again, that comes down to execution. You got to do a better job of it, and they're not doing it. Acknowledge me in my super chat. I did. I acknowledge
me.
Let's go out to Justin here, right on Ed. The last pass play was a play action. Let the truth set you free. 80% clip. I go past play action every time I get a chance against this Rams back end. They get faked out of their shorts, out of their jock. Well, how many times did we see it today? 2 times. Both times worked. Not enough times, though. I want to see more pass play action. I don't care about trying to establish the run. Go pass play action. You got the weapons to do it. Get it done. All right, Otten is beginning to be a badass. I absolutely agree with that. Let me go ahead and give you the Ric Flair. Woo! Good stuff. All right, let's go out to Roger Shue. Logan Paul tore his MCL in the match versus the Tribal Chief, and also his ACL, which if you watch that Crown Jewel, which we talk wrestling on this show, gives the video there, the selfie, and goes and does a Eddie Guerrero type of 5-star frog splash on Roman Reigns. Tremendous match. Hopefully he gets back because WWE, I think, has something special in that kid. Darden is becoming a great punt returner. I still see the kid not giving you enough. I still see him running out of bounds. I would like to see him take it upfield. I would like him to make those moves and use that speed. I don't see enough of it. By the way, early on in the game, why are you fielding the ball at the 5-yard line? Let the ball go in the end zone. That does not make any sense. It's the second year in the league. You got to change it up. Those are the type of plays right there, field position, that are so important to this offense. Let the ball go in the end zone, period. Once again, if you have missed it, the Bucs have gone to 4-5 as they defeat the LA Rams 16-13. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Thank you for acknowledging Claypool. Absolutely, you're welcome. Ed says, finally a win. I didn't have any hope this team would do it, but they got it done. So there you go.
How about them Bucs, baby?
I know it's Byron Leftwich, but still I like the how about the Bucs, baby. Rashard White needs to run the ball more. Agree. Ed says, I'm all for execution. Let's start with this coaching staff. I guess I'll give you the woo on that. Woo! All right, let's go out to Roger Shue. Release Jones tomorrow. I don't know if that's going to happen. Well, we'll see. It looked like he was hurt. Definitely didn't seem like he was 100% on that play there, did it? Can we just be done with Darden? I mean, he's had his chance to break some good returns, but makes the wrong decision on runs out of bounds. Absolutely. Comment right there. I love the comment.
How about them Bucs, baby?
I absolutely love that comment, and I'll tell you why I love that comment, because it's absolutely true at this juncture. He basically gives you nothing. He's given you nothing at all. And I get it. He has that speed aspect to him, but he's not using it. Every time you can look, field the ball, run a little bit. As soon as somebody comes into his area, don't make a move, run out of bounds. Or go down. It's not working for me. I'm sorry. Chris Cole says, wow, what a catch by Watson tonight. And Darden is playing better. You see, he loves the sideline. He absolutely loves the sideline. Let's go out to Roger Shue. Can I get an acknowledge me for super chat? Damn, bro, you got it.
Acknowledge me.
It took an outsider like Warren Sapp to motivate Devin White because Bowles is so boring and quiet. Well, look, that's a good thing. And maybe that comment by Tom Brady, the tweet on Thursday, we got your back, Devin White, galvanized that locker room, huh? Maybe that helped out just a little bit. All that outside noise at the end of the day, guys like me screaming in my microphone on a Sunday night about the Bucs' troubles, which we're able to do here on the social media platforms. Maybe it's good to not have that, keep it in-house. Good for teammates to support each other. Maybe that galvanized the locker room. Maybe this win, once again, turned around this season. Yeah, I tend to be an eternal optimist, if you will. I've always been like that. But am I going to sit here and say this is the greatest win of all time? No, they got things to work on. They got to work on some of these things, and hopefully they get them cleaned up. April says, I'm so happy right now. Absolutely, honey. Be happy.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Also, Florida State beat Miami 45-3. You gotta love that, huh?
Yeah!
All you Florida State fans out there waiting for that ass kicking. That was nice. Hopefully AWJ will be back next week. Agree. I have to say I was wrong because I told you earlier, Pete, that I think the defense was going to fold, but all they did was hold their ground, and you got to give it to our defense in this game. Kept them in the game. I mean, how many times has this team been victimized by Cooper Kupp? Get it? They give up the one play. Besides that, anything else? Not really. Maybe a big play before that, they give up. But anything after that? No. Running game, ineffective, like always. Matt Stafford got hit a couple times. Looked like his hand was bleeding because Vita Vea, who's supposedly overrated, which is the most ridiculous comment of the night.
Shut up!
He played out of his mind today. And once again, this was a team without Shaq Barrett, and they got 4 sacks. So how impressive was that, Bucs fans? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to Dave here. Joe Tryon starting to turn it on now. Guy looks better and better. He's catching up with the game. Just needs to work on the tackling. Absolutely. Had an opportunity a couple times. You saw him. Also had a penalty where it looks like he gets kind of a JPP get off. No, not so much. Sean Hockley caught him with his hand in the cookie jar, offside. But it's good to see him, is it not? We've seen him run all around the place. He's starting to close in on the quarterback. Now just finish. Maybe the Rams are finished after this game, hopefully. I don't want to see that team anymore, and I don't care how bad they look this year. Still got Matt Stafford and that buck killer Cooper Kupp. Nobody wants to see that team with Aaron Donald. So good. If Jensen comes back and plays at 70%, it would be huge. Absolutely. Agree with that. Good stuff there, Dave. Let me go ahead and give you the Ric Flair.
Woo!
All right, let's go out to David. I'm not sold on Mason either. Go back and look at the times he was pulling and he missed his block. Not good. Beautiful girls are here. That's great. I don't care. You can go ahead and do whatever you want. Let's go out to Trace here. Great show, brother. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Hope you're not working too hard, my friend. Look forward to seeing you soon. By the way, if you're a USF fan, they fired Jeff Scott at 6:05, made a change. So we'll talk about that through the week, probably tomorrow night.
How about them Bucs, baby?
But thank you very much, Trace. Appreciate you. David says, how happy last night, Peter, when the Seminoles beat the Hurricanes. Well, I should say whooped their ass. Absolutely happy is not the word. Elated is the word.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Let's go out to Roger Shue. Peter, better coach than Bowles and Sandwich. Buck season is over. Hi, Christy. Buck season is not over yet.
Shut up!
It's not. I tell you what, let's go ahead and go out to, and let me see if I can find any more comments here from I Love St. Pete, because I don't know if I've had any comments from these guys yet. Let me see if I got something here. Let's see if we're getting anything at all. Let's see. Cole says the punter was drafted as a real weapon in a field position game like this one. Gotta love any win against the Rams. 4-5, and we still have the division lead. Calm down, people. Absolutely. I tell you what, let's look at the final statistics and wrap this up for the night. Matt Stafford, 13 for 27, 165 yards. I tell you what, hats off to that secondary, because once again, they did give up that big play. But besides that, I thought they did a pretty good job of not giving up any big plays. After that, they played quite well. The running game was largely ineffective. Cooper Kupp does what Cooper Kupp always does against the Bucs. 8 for 127, but largely that was from that 69-yard play bust. After that, Allen Robinson, 3 for 24. Malcolm Brown, 1 for 10. Virtually nothing. And that Bucs offensive line gave up 1 sack to Aaron Donald, and that's about it. And that's what you got to do versus that Rams defense. Let's go out to TJ here, going to the Bucs versus the Browns. How do you think we stack up? Looked a little better stopping the run. Look, if they have Akeem Hicks on that defensive line, I definitely agree with my co-host here, the Greek professional handicapper extraordinaire. They got an opportunity to definitely eat. Okay, and I think they can definitely stop that running game. I think you can stop any running game. You got to have that effort. You got to play your run fits. You got to make the tackles. They did that today. Let's go out to Dave. How huge has Suckup been, though? Amazing. Tremendous. Tremendous. Has definitely saved this season. Now, would I like to see less kicks from him? Absolutely. Of course. You don't want to settle for field goals. You want to score touchdowns at the end of the day. Good night, Pete and Chrissy. I'll see you soon. Thank you, Roger. Appreciate you. Let me go ahead and acknowledge
me.
And let's go out to Ernie here. Feel the Bucs much better when they open up the playbook to the home run plays. Absolutely. More urgency. They got to have it. They need to have it. I feel like they should run a 2-minute offense sometimes to get this team fired up. Don't bite me, Alexander. That's very funny. And Dave says, Winfield Jr. gets back to the D is even better. Exactly. You're missing him. Hopefully you get him back for the Seattle game next week. Let's go out to TJ here. Good night and go Bucs. Later, Pete. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Let's go ahead and go through more numbers with the Bucs. Tom Brady, 36 for 58, 280. 1 touchdown. Rashard White again for the running game. 8 for 27. Leonard Fournette, 9 for 19. Keyshawn got in there, 2 for 4. K. Dotton led the way with receiving, 5 for 68. Scotty Miller, 7 for 53, including a critical drop, but he redeemed himself. So we shall see if he lives. And I think he lives another day. I think Julio Jones could be done, depending on the injury status. We'll see. We'll get the latest on that. It definitely didn't look like he was 100%. He hasn't been 100% all year. Leonard Fournette, 5 for 41. Mike Evans took a shot in the ribs. So we'll monitor that situation, but he played through it, had some drops, but still played through it. 5 for 40. Chris Godwin, 7 for 36. Julio Jones, 2 for 28. Rashard White, 3 for 7. Cole Keefe, 1 for 6. And Bashard Perriman, 1 for 1. Sack-wise, 2 sacks by Vita Vea. Played like a man possessed. Keanu Neal led with tackles today with 10. Carlton Davis had a big game. Once again, it was good to have him back. Sean Murphy-Bunting was good to have him back. Thought the secondary and the back end did a very good job, with the exception, again, of the big plays. Jannard Avery, that's the guy who had the sack. He showed up today, Mr. 59. You saw him a couple times, so it was good to see that. And they're going to have those type of contributions with losing a Shaq Barrett for the year. Who's going to step up? It definitely looked like JTS stepped up today. It looked like Vita Vea stepped up today. And it's great to have Akeem Hicks in the fold. Let me go out to Dave. Great show, Pete. Go Bucs. Absolutely. Appreciate
How about
you.
them Bucks, baby?
And once again, Brady, 100,000 passing yards, lifetime yards. Absolutely unbelievable. Let me go out to Alberto. You think OBJ would fit? I think anybody at this juncture would fit with this team. The biggest thing that this Bucs team has missed this year is a third wide receiver. Julio Jones has underperformed. He has not been healthy, and Russell Gage has not been healthy, and he's also underperformed. So if you can get an OBJ, and it looks like he's going to be cleared this week, I'm definitely doing it all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Again, 60 yards and 35 seconds for the winning touchdown for Tom Brady. His 55th game-winning drive, surpassing Peyton Manning, and also 69th fourth quarter comeback. Amazing. Say whatever you want to about the season being 4-5, but just enjoy it, Bucs fans out there. Once again, his numbers are as follows: 36 for 58, 280, 1 touchdown. For the year, 10 touchdowns and 1 interception? Pretty good touchdown to interception ratio. And I forgot Nacho, my man right there, who we have, Mama Nacho, on this show. Sometime we had her a couple years ago. Her baby boy had a sack. It was big. 4 sacks for this Buccaneer defensive line, stepping up, defense stepping up, and giving this team the opportunity to win this game. Let me go out to Chris. Why can't Scotty Miller be the third wide receiver? I don't know. He definitely has that aspect, doesn't he? He has the speed aspect. He can take the top of the defense. You know why? Because he doesn't catch the ball consistently. He has somewhat regressed, if you will. You're going to throw him the ball in that situation in the fourth quarter. You need him to catch it. He's done that this year. He's done that the last couple years. I don't know why it's not worked in, but it's an absolutely good point. With reps, Scotty does well. No? Well, got to give him the opportunities, but when he gets those opportunities, you got to catch the ball consistently. Did he redeem himself in the last drive? Yes, he did. Do I know why he's not playing? I don't understand it. But I think I do kind of understand it. When you have those opportunities to catch the ball, you don't. We know how that works out. So Alberto says, thanks for all you do for us. Go Bucs. Love it. I do it for you guys.
How about them Bucks, baby?
I do it for me because, like you, I've grown up in watching this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team since I was 8 years old. When they didn't have all the games on television, when you fell asleep to Gene Deckerhoff telling you the Bucs were blown out, when you watched the Rams beat you with Jim Everett. Yeah, I went back. I went way back. I talked about 79. I talked about 99 with Kurt Warner and the best show on earth. When everybody says you're going to get your face kicked in and you come out and you slow that team down and nearly win the game 6-5. But you get your heart broken by Ricky Prohl on a buck splits that's not able to get there. I didn't forget last year when Deshaun Jackson goes for over 70 yards with the big play and you lose in LA. And basically the Rams copy everything you did. They go out and get a veteran quarterback. They go out and try to get a super team with Von Miller, acquiring him at the trading deadline. And they beat you in the divisional playoff game. And the whole emphasis of this offseason was unfinished business. I get it. This game is just one game. But make no mistake about it, it may have saved the Bucs season. With that being said, let me go out to Chris here and end it. By the way, keep up the good work. Lifelong Bucs fan, Bay Area native, 44 years. I'm here with you. Ride or die, baby. We're here. If they win, they lose. Hopefully they don't tie. Who wants that? But this team has got to get on a roll, and they got to get on a roll fast. And they got Seattle next week in Germany. I'm not going to be on a pregame show. I'll be watching the game like you at 9:30, and then we'll come on for the postgame edition. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Like I Love St. Pete, The Hub, and Amped Up Sports. Give the stars out there. Like I said, I do this for you. I'm a Tampa Bay native. I love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but as always, I'm going to tell it like it is. Let me go out to Dave here. When we get robbed against the Rams on a non-call, yeah, I'm still salty. Absolutely. Bert Emanuel. It still bothers me to this day. But you know what? It's Victory Sunday, and it's going to be Victory Monday. 3 things to end off the show. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time, and it's your time, Bucs fans. Bucs win 16-13 to go to 4-5. We'll see you tomorrow night on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Have a great night.